What's up, guys? This is the Tree of Woe Show Smackdown Review. October 7th, 2011. Why am I leading in, you ask? Because I've been watching baseball. Did I watch Smackdown? No. Is it taped? Yes. Am I leaving now? Yes. Here's Jake's solo debut. I'm going to be right on this couch. See you later. That was a good intro.
What is up, everybody? Not much. Usually he says stuff, and usually he leads us in. Well, they start off like how we always start off, with the lead guy of the company montage. Usually it's him, but on WWE, it was a Triple H montage. If you watched if you watched Raw, I'm pretty sure you know what was going on. And if you didn't, I commend you for watching SmackDown anyway. And then it cuts from that to Zack Ryder and Teddy Long backstage. And Teddy Long's just like, Triple H just gave me the opportunity to continue doing this, but I'm with the SmackDown people. SmackDown will be full of people, full of wrestlers, and the show goes on. If Raw's lost to SmackDown's game, and Zack Ryder said, woo, woo, woo.
Know it.
That was the extent of Zack Ryder on SmackDown. And then it cuts to the first real storyline segment, which was Vicky and her stable of heels, which now includes Wade Barrett. How he was included? Let's just make up a cool backstory real quick. Wade Barrett was hanging out with Dolph backstage, and Dolph said, hey, you should join our crew. And then he did. Anyway, they say that Triple H, if he does not sit down on Monday, they'll walk out of all WWE events. Which involves them showing up, saying hi to the fans, and then walking out, as opposed to not showing up. And then they all talk about how Triple H is horrible, and Jack Swagger's in there and introduced Alberto Del Rio, making him the White Ricardo. And these jokes were going a lot better in my head, rolling with it though. And then Teddy Long comes out and goes, yo, what's up, players? You guys are getting ready for your matches, main event. You got Christian, and you got Cody Rhodes versus... You didn't see him, but he was doing the Randy Orton thing, and... Sheamus!
Oh, P.S. This will be the only thing I say unless I'm asked a question, but I still do the Sheamus thing every time we get subscribers, so push that button.
Yep. And I feel like right now I am Michael Cole, and he is Vince McMahon. He is all listening, and he is invite here when he needs to be. And next, the first match of the night was a match that if they run this next week will probably cause a civil war in Mexico. It was Alberto Del Rio versus Sin Cara Azul, or as we like to call him, Mystico. And in this matchup, we saw 0 botches. And it was incredible. We saw good tempo, we saw good psychology, and we saw a total of 3 Hurricane Ranas, and all of them resulted in great cheers. And so that was my review of the match. Del Rio wins, cross arm breaker. You know, Del Rio's got to win. It looks like if they do run this match in Mexico, which I don't know if they will because it makes no sense to have the biggest star in Mexico lose in Mexico. So unless they plan on giving him the belt, I don't see this match happening again, but it was great while it happened. And then after that, the Lion Roar hits, and the one pitch down Sin Cara theme hits, and Black Sin Cara comes out and starts wailing on Sin Cara. And then hits the Swanton Bomb, making me think this is just Jeff Hardy's way of doing rehab. As he is Black Sin Cara. I am full of jokes right now, and I'm not sure how it's going over. And speaking of going over, Air Boom was backstage talking about why they walked out in the most heel way you can the most face way you can disagree with the face. They said that they felt they weren't scared of the Miz or R-Truth or anything, but they didn't agree with how Triple H is running, and they don't like the anarchy. But they still support Triple H. They just walked out on him. Something along those lines. I'm as confused as you guys are. And after that, they come out to a new theme and new Titantron. It no longer says Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne. It's Air Boom. That's what you just say on there.
Burns.
Which was This Fire Burns.
But I don't care.
Yep. And it was, it was on the little bottom part. And their first entrance on this new theme was cut short halfway by Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger, destroying them. Basically, you're before the ring segment, and it ended with Dolph Ziggler hitting the zigzag on Evan Bourne, and Evan Bourne being attended to. What? Okay.
I just didn't know if they really won. I was just excited to see people.
No. Yeah, well, see, this is before the match even started. They haven't rung the bell yet. Justin King standing in the ring going, "Can I get some TV time, please?" Oh. Yeah, and then the match starts, and it's basically a handicap match at the start while Bourne is being tended to by Mike Chioda and crew. Because Mike Chioda is also a nurse. Oh, man. Jeez, I can't. I gotta pretend these jokes aren't funny after I say them. And then after that, they go back and forth. And then, just as it appears that Kofi's about to, the momentum's going their way, Bourne pops up, tags in, adrenaline rushes through, whoops on Swagger, and then starts whooping on Dolph. And then, actually, no, it was Dolph and then Swagger. And then all the momentum stops. And then Swagger hits a gut wrench powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Not new tag champs because it wasn't for the belt, but we get to see this continuing, and and the whole when are they gonna break up is delayed because it looks like they're a viable tag team that does 0 tag moves, but they still seem kind of like the whole Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger team is kind of compelling, It feels like watching the Spirit Squad again. And then the next match, I'll make sure it doesn't get as much time as it got on our TV. Beth Phoenix versus Alicia Fox. Beth Phoenix, Lamb Slam, 34.1 seconds. And then Natalya put her in the extended sharpshooter or whatever it is. And then Alicia Fox cried like Tanya Harding into the crowd, into the microphone. And that was 16 seconds. So I gave that time as much. I gave that half the time as it gave me. Do you want more Divas action?
Don't watch Raw.
Don't watch Raw. Watch Shimmer.
Watch TNA.
And the 1 hour main event was The Big Show. And he's back. Hey, what's late today? Cool. Big Show got the 1 hour, and he says he wants to know when Mark Henry's going to give him his shot. And he was basically almost crying on there, talking about how he just wants that chance back, and he watched him getting attacked by... Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
So, I didn't watch this, but was he trying to pull the whole... Everyone was happy when Edge came back and cried, so I'm going to try it?
Yeah.
Did it work?
No.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, the crowd liked it, so I guess it did work, but I didn't like it. Yeah. Anyways, he's like, I watch it 2 to 3 times a day, and I will do the same thing to Mark Henry. But he said it in a nice way, they still cheer for him. And then Mark Henry came out and said, I will pick where this match happens because I'm Mark Henry, and I will put you in the hard pain again. And then no confrontation. Mark Henry walks away, and Big Show is sitting there, gets some tissues on the way out. And then we cut backstage to Randy Orton. It's so much fun doing that pose. I don't know why he doesn't do it more often.
Was the best promo you ever heard?
It kind of.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, what happened was he said that he doesn't want another match. He's not a Christian. He doesn't want one more match. And he's sure Mark Henry doesn't want to face him after those vicious chair shots. So he says, I will do the noble thing, and I will work my way up through the roster, which is probably going to be beating up Cody Rhodes, taking the IC belt for a couple months, and then challenging for the belt at WrestleMania. Stay tuned. That's what going down means. They had to explain it to Christian, or else he would have done that in a heartbeat. All right. And then he also said the reason why he wasn't out there for Triple H is because he doesn't want to fall with the crowd, and he eats breakfast with Triple H every morning, so he doesn't need to be out there. Oh, I hope people got that joke. That's the only premeditated joke that was on my note sheet. So, Breakfast Club. And then it followed up with the same Brodus Clay promo that you saw on Monday. And if you didn't see it on Monday, I like you for watching SmackDown and not Raw. Because you are the people that we need more of this in this world, because SmackDown is great, compelling programming. And I'm not really sure how Brodus Clay is going to go. Could be good, could be not good. He seems like they're next. Shoot.
Mark Henry,
No,
Big Show,
no,
Randy Orton,
no,
John Cena,
no,
Daniel Bryan,
no. There's crap. The guy's in my mind too.
Sin Cara,
Oh,
Jimmy Fredette.
yes, no. Shoot. Viscera.
There you go.
Yeah, he looks like the next Viscera. I'm cool with it. Viscera was compelling. I liked him more when he was the crazy perverted sex guy because I was 13 at the time and my libido was the same as his. And then it followed that up by Jinder Mahal versus Ezekiel Jackson. Jinder Mahal talking gibberish and Ezekiel Jackson saying this to him. Torture rack. And then Ezekiel Jackson got the mic afterwards and said, "Hey, shh." And I'm cool with this match, but have it on Superstars. No one cares about Mahal, so there's no reason to use him to get Ezekiel Jackson back. Especially when you have Daniel Bryan submission wrestling with the briefcase sitting there backstage going, there's probably 4 to 5 guys I would have rather have than Ezekiel Jackson there. And I'll name off 3 real quick.
Heath Slater.
Trent Beretta, Daniel Bryan, Justin Gabriel. Why? Because those guys aren't on TV and they're awesome. And then it goes to John Laurinaitis, Vice President of Talent Relations, backstage smoking his chain cigarettes with Teddy Long, who was expecting Oksana. And he basically said, I'm the VP of Talent Relations. He says the same stuff all the time. I didn't really pay that much attention. I think Pizza came at that point, or Pizza might have already been there. And then it cuts back to Hornswoggle and Booker T hanging out. Hornswoggle and Booker T both hit spinneroonies. And the perfect time to build heat for Christian, they don't. He comes out 5 seconds after the spinneroonies are over. He could have interrupted the spinneroonies. People would have been pissed. People would not like Christian if he interrupted spinneroonies. Or Hornswoggle. God bless that man. And, nope. And the next match was Rhodes and Christian versus Sheamus and Orton. Went back and forth for a while. You never really got the feeling that Rhodes and Christian could win because there's a lot of Christian in the ring, and Christian doesn't inspire a lot of winning thoughts. And when Rhodes was in the ring, he got beat up by Sheamus. There was no really Orton thing until right at the end when Christian tried to intervene when Sheamus and Rhodes were going back and forth. Gets thrown over Royal Rumble style, tags in Orton, and then Orton RKO's Rhodes 1, 2, 3. At least it wasn't Rhodes hitting all 5. At least it wasn't Orton hitting all 5 moves. Hopefully they wait a little bit. They wait a little while and don't just run this at vengeance. Because I feel like if they gave it 5 weeks instead of 2 weeks, 1 week in Mexico, it'll be better. Because there's a lot of stuff back there, and you don't want to just start throwing that out there. And then it ends with the Big Show. The show ends with the Big Show standing in the ring and says, "Mark Henry, what do you think?" Actually, no, it's Mark Henry standing in the ring. Sorry. Mark Henry says, "Hell no, Big Show. I'll pick the time and the place. It ain't happening." And then Big Show comes running. Call it that. I use running liberally. Runs down and starts just wailing on Henry. And then they do the whole, all the security guys go in there and he starts picking them off. And then he picks them off one by one. At a time, Henry snuck around, starts walking up the ramp. Big Show meets him halfway, takes him over. And Mark Henry gets a little bit of offense near the end he throws him against the railing and then goes and gets rid of all the stuff on the table like he's got a world's strongest slam through him. But no. Ends with a choke slam. And then the Big Show goes to after he choke slams and puts a chair on his ankle, grabs the steps and was gonna do it. And Teddy Long says, "Nah, player, if you do that, you don't got your match." As he could have interrupted any time to say that, but he takes right now. And then it pretty much ends with that, and then a Raw commercial. And that was a show. It's solid. I like how what I liked was how the Big Show wasn't the we got 30 seconds. I liked how the Big Show is coming back like, oh yeah, he's viable and he's strong, but I hope he doesn't just get the belt of vengeance because that kind of ruins the Mark Henry push. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, And comment again, and then continue our comments. Follow us on Twitter.
Hashtag heel.
Hashtag heel.
At just
Yep.